So if you recently bought Arc Raiders, I feel like this video here is going to be some value to you, okay? I love when I'm able to bring forth conversations and new insights to games that personally either I didn't know or I feel like my audience should know. That's what I'm here for. I love having discussions and I love just putting people onto new things or making people think about their favorite game. Now, on my channel, you guys already know we love Arc Raiders, okay? First of all, hit that like button. You already know. And also consider subscribing if you care to stay up to date with anything Arc Raiders. Definitely check your boy out. Guys, we're about to learn something about Arc Raiders and wipes, okay? Now, I'm gonna give you a bit of my background. I'm from the Hunt Showdown scene, right? That was my premier extraction shooter. Some people don't even call it an extraction shooter. I don't know what you guys like to call it at home, but I used to play Hunt Showdown, okay? And I really didn't think anything about wipes in the dynamics of having wipes within extraction shooters. I never knew that they were called wipes because honestly, I didn't pay attention that hard. In Hunt Showdown itself, they didn't go in wipe cycles. They kind of like you lost your character and then you had to rebuild. It was different for Hunt Showdown. However, with Arc Raiders, we're onto a whole dynamic with how wipes are objectively being perceived. So this video here is going to be very educational for both you and I. And with that said, guys, I am going to react to an important video that's going to break down how wipes are done within Arc Raiders. And this should help all of us out. And trust me, you're gonna wanna stick around to watch this all the way through. Now, y'all already know what time it is.
It is reaction time. You already know.
So we got this new up and coming YouTuber that just came out of nowhere, just dropping some Arc Raiders heat. And to be honest with you, I couldn't ignore this video. The title, the thumbnail, the subject matter, just the education this young man was dropping off. I am talking about no other than Lootgeist. His latest video here is titled No Wipes Explained, Arc Raiders. And then in the thumbnail, it says no wipes with a question mark. So just know to some degree, we are going to learn something new and exciting about Arc Raiders today. Now, some of you might be extraction shooter veterans and you might be like, Abel, who gives a shit about this? But to the new folks out there that just bought the game that don't really know about wipes and how they're going to be done within Arc Raiders, this is going to be really valuable. And also, guys, beware, all the links to Lootgeist's channel will be down in the description below. Make sure you are following this content creator. He's putting out valuable talk pieces that I feel I'll be reacting to for quite some time. I'm glad to have him part of the community, and you guys, please show this man some love. His links are down in the description below. So with that said, without further ado, let's hop in to the video.
Okay, when I say Arc Raiders is an extraction shooter, you probably think of the fundamentals. And one of the things that comes to mind is seasonal wipes, a fresh start every few months. But Arc Raiders has other plans. Right now, the game is set to launch without mandatory wipes. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Listen, guys, listen. This is important. This is important. Let's listen.
How will it affect the game, and will it keep the tension high enough to last? For hardcore players, wipes bring fresh excitement, but for many others, they can feel like punishment. Like all your effort was erased before it really had a chance to matter. And I think that is a big reason why a lot of players do not even touch extraction shooters at all. Their time would never allow them to progress far enough to actually have fun. Like I said in the intro, Arc Raiders will not have seasonal wipes.
So that seems to be like a huge deal because in the comment section actually of this video here, I like to see what community members say, right? And it seems as though that a lot of gamers are really concerned about wipes and how Arc Raiders is going to handle this, right? How is Embark going to handle this? Wipes is essentially how the end game is going to be, right? It's like, say you quest and you get to like level 100 or whatever, right? What keeps you playing beyond that? Right? That's the problem we're trying to solve. And I never really thought about that like that, okay? Because I never really quested in an extraction shooter like Arc Raiders before, right? I, honest to God, do not like Escape from Tarkov and never really got into an extraction shooter outside of the cycle and again, Hunt Showdown. Those were my things at the time. So just seeing this approach here, guys, we have to pay attention to it because this is going to help you understand what the end game is. And this video here should essentially tell you why should we keep going within this game. And that's very important to understand here. Let's continue to watch.
Your account keeps moving forward. Your time does not get erased by a calendar date. What you gather stays with you. It is clear Embark wants to keep the game open for casual players without pushing away the hardcore audience. That is not an easy balance to strike. We have already seen what happens when a studio leans too far in one direction, like with Bungie's Marathon. But the approach here...
Marathon had no fucking chance, bro. Bro. Put that cigarette out, bro. Put that cigarette out, Marathon. All right, let's keep it moving.
Feels more measured, like they are trying to respect both sides of the audience. Right now, there is no official confirmation of a prestige system.
Okay.
But it is one of the ideas being discussed in the community. The concept is simple. Instead of a forced wipe, players could choose to prestige. You reset some of your progress in exchange for rewards. Cosmetic items, account-wide perks, or maybe even unique vendor access. Hardcore players could restart whenever they want. Everyone else could keep building without being forced into resets. There are a few strong arguments for it.
Now, having a prestige system, I think that could work. Again, guys, per what Geist is saying here, Lou Geist is saying here, that's not confirmed. Okay, so take all the prestige shit with a grain of salt. It doesn't seem like we're getting that in this game, right? But a prestige system could work. I'm not a big fan of prestiging. Like, prestiging has always left a bad taste in my mouth because I just think of Call of Duty instantly and how they do just prestiging. It's just brainless and stupid to me. I personally never felt in a game that prestiging was worth it ever. I listen, hit that like button if you guys agree with me. Hit that like button. I personally never felt in a game like, hey, prestiging, this is beneficial for me. I'm prestiging because this is going to do XYZ for me. It was just like an ego stroke. It was just like, okay, you reset your shit and you're doing it again. Woo! Like, there was nothing that inherently made you a boss by doing that. Like, you know what I mean? There was like no badge of honor. It just showed you like, hey, I sunk X amount of time in this game I might be a loser. That's how I took it, because there was just no inherent reason to prestige. Like, I don't care about the skins or whatever type of rewards that I always seen or seen players get. I never was like, oh, I'm gonna prestige just to get that. Never made sense to me. Hopefully Embark does something to make something make sense here. But again, though, guys, mind you, they're not adding prestige. This is just something that's talked about in the community. So we need to see what happens with it.
Players with jobs and school can keep their progress without a clock hanging over them. Second, it creates a healthier return loop. You can take a break, then come back and still have meaningful progress. Third, the tension of losing gear in a raid is enough. You do not also need to lose everything at the end of a season. And finally, it gives the studio more design freedom. They can add maps, weapons, or events without lining everything up to a seasonal reset. Of course, no wipes is not a free win. In games with permanent progression, the economy can inflate. That means players stockpile so much gear and currency that losing a rifle or armor no longer feels dramatic because they have plenty more in storage.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem in itself. Well said here by Loot Geist. A non-wipe system, right? People would just stockpile everything. Your favorite rifles, you'll have 50 of them. You'll have thousands of bullets for that rifle. Like, and then nothing becomes special anymore. It's like, why am I questing for shit and I have an abundance of it in my backyard? Like what would inherently make this game risk reward more exciting? Because if you do no wipes and everybody just gets everything and just stockpiles it, what makes it special anymore? There has to be a high risk reward. There has to be some type of scarcity system built within the economy system to keep the checks and balances of this feeling, of this nature of exploration and questing within Arc Raiders. That's going to be very important. In Embark Studios, this is super interesting. I wonder how they're going to balance this, because that's what this experience is going to come down to. Like, that's part of the gameplay loop and the pull as to like what's in game, like why do we keep going? They really gotta figure that out, and we're gonna be having more conversations on this down the road. I could just tell right now. And also, guys, I want to hear from you. What do you feel like in game should be? How should they go about balancing this? Should we get a progression system? Should they do no wipes? Should they do seasonal wipes? What do you feel is the correct answer? Because I don't know. I'm shooting this video and I'm learning right now. I am learning like some of you at home right now. I'm learning. So let me know what you think would be the best answer to this solution for Embark Studio. There's no right or wrong answer. I just want to hear from you. Let me know.
Wipes usually reset the economy to stop that, so loot always feels valuable. Without wipes, Arc Raiders needs other systems to keep tension high.
Right.
That can be gear sinks, rare keys, rotating trader stock, or high-risk hotspots that lure geared players into danger.
That sounds like a solution. That could be done. That could be done.
If those systems work, the game can keep raids tense without ever forcing a full reset. Most of the community expected regular wipes because that is what other extraction games do. I did too. Personally, I think a prestige option could be the best middle ground if Embark decides to add it. But it would only work if prestiging actually feels meaningful. If all you unlock are cosmetics, many players will never bother, which means the economy still inflates and the tension drops.
He said just what I said, guys. He said just what I said. Look, you have to make prestiging worth the shit. you have to make it count. You have to because if you make it just so meaningless, why the fuck do we prestige? It has to be something that's just so enticing and that just like makes the person doing so feel special and just like a no-brainer to continue questing. You really need that. If you get Abel Green, this is going to be the litmus test. I'll tell you guys right now. Look at this. Look at me. If you get me to prestige in this game, you got something, because I never prestige in shit because it's just never worth it to me. It's never worth it to me. If I find something personally in this game that makes Abel Green prestige, you're going to hear a video. You're going to hear me break it down. You're going to hear my thoughts about it, because honestly, prestiging sounds like a good, healthy system, but I would love to see what that carrot is that they're dangling in front of us to do so. That would be tough. That would be tough for Embark, because typically I give two shits about prestiging. Just never been me. So that would be interesting.
The rewards have to matter. Account-wide perks, special progression, or even exclusive vendor access. Something that makes hitting reset feel worth it.
Yes.
What do you think? Should Arc Raiders stay with no wipes at all? Or should the studio go with a prestige path?
So guys, there you heard it. Luke Guys has just broken down the no wipes craziness that's going on within Arc Raiders. Hopefully you have learned something new about wipes and the intricacies that might plague this game overall. I think that Embark Studios is nimble and smart enough to do something that will make us give a fuck about wipes or even a prestige mode, if prestiging is going to be a feature set in this game. We're just talking in hypotheticals, but if they go that route, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But again, I would love to see what they do to get this young man, or you folks at home, to prestige. This is something that we really need to actually think about, because if we get to whatever level that we want to strive for, what's really next beyond that? You don't know. You might just be like, well, I'm over the game, and just move on. You know what I mean? And hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we stay locked in Arc Raiders and continue questing, because Lord knows I want to do just that. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you have not done so already. And also, if you did not check out my last Arc Raiders video, be sure to click here and I'll be sure to see you there.